YouTube is so smart, they're going to figure out that you're using bots to view your content. And after that, like, I mean, let's say you've gotten like 1,000 subs. You've gotten 1,000 subs, then you've gotten like 4,000 watch hours, then you're monetized. So what next? Like, what happens after that? Because if no one is watching your content, that means you're not going to be making any money. So there's no need for you to buy such services just to get monetized. And then after getting monetized, your views were like very high because you bought like 1,000 views. Then all of a sudden, after you're monetized, your views go back to 32 or 1. So it doesn't really make sense for me. First of all, grumpy before coffee. I'm very, very grumpy. Let me put my grumpy face. Okay, I'm not grumpy, but sometimes I wake up grumpy whenever I haven't had my coffee. So for that reason, I need to have my daily fix of coffee. So today I wanted to talk about some mistakes that I've made in my YouTube journey that have made me lose some money, of course, get demonetized, and all those bad stuff you never want to get yourself involved in. I started the YouTube journey, I think sometime last year in July, and since then I've been creating a couple of channels here and there, and of course learning a lot and making a few mistakes, not a lot. But then some time back, I think it was in June, I woke up checking my emails, trying to see whether I have any new sales. Then I get an email from YouTube, and YouTube is telling me like, you guy, Mazee, we've demonetized your channel. We don't like your stuff. We know you're trying to pay some bills, but we just don't like your stuff, so we're not going to give you any money. So here's the email that I got. So here's the email. You can see it's written, your channel is no longer eligible to be monetized. Learn how to reapply. So the bad news is the channel has been demonetized. Good news is learn how to reapply. Like, I can learn, like, I have to go back to class. Anyway, so there's the message. They're saying basically they went to my channel, did a manual review, and then after checking the content, they decided my content is not nice for them. Advertisers are not going to give me their dollars for my content. So of course I was sad. And after putting all that work in building a YouTube channel, first of all, getting the 1,000 subs, it's really difficult for a person like me who's not a celebrity. If you guys check my Facebook account, I only have like 99 friends. I don't know how many friends do you guys have. Me, I only have like 99 friends. Twitter, I think I have like 320 something followers. But man, I don't even go on Twitter. I don't engage. Where else could I have gotten followers? My email list, of course, shout out to everyone who's a member of Niche Site Vault email list. And if you guys are not members, just click the link in the description and you're going to get some nice stuff, usual updates and stuff like that. But now the problem with the email list is that guys just like to consume, they just like you when you're giving them tips and stuff like that. But when you tell them like, yo, I'm building a channel, go and subscribe, I don't know, like 10%, it's only like 10% subscribe. So if you have an email list of, let's say, like, I think my email list is something like 300 guys. So 10% is like 30 people or something. So anyway, after putting all that hard work, trying to make some money to feed my kids, then YouTube decides like, yo, we don't like your channel. So they told me like, yo, you can reapply after 30 days. And after that, we can reconsider whether we'll get you back to the program and stuff like that. So there is the whole email. And so I had to sit down. I had to go and check their guidelines and see what I'd done wrong. And if there was anything for me to correct, I had to correct. Anyway, so I really went and checked their guidelines. And man, it's funny. If you're starting a YouTube channel, make sure you read the guidelines. Me, I never read the guidelines. Of course, there are things I knew that YouTube doesn't allow, things like, like creating hateful content, adult content and stuff like that. The usual stuff. I knew that was not allowed. But then they have tons of stuff that you have to learn about if you want to make money with them. So in this video, I'm going to show you 5 of the most common mistakes that I've been making with other channels that I've been creating, and probably if you're on your YouTube journey, probably you're going to be making them if you haven't read the guidelines. So these are the mistakes that I made. Okay, number one, sub for sub. I don't know if you guys, if you go on Facebook, let me just go on Facebook. So when I was trying to build my channel, I joined all these Facebook groups called sub for sub. You know, if you just search on Facebook something like YouTube subs or YouTube YouTube subscribers free, I don't know what. There's so many groups on Facebook where people are telling you, join this group and then let's sub each other channels and help each other to grow and stuff like that. Then in the group, you know, after you join the group, someone tells you like, sub my channel, then I'll subscribe to yours. Then after you've subscribed to their channel, then they ask you like, send a screenshot so that I can see you subscribed. Please don't unsubscribe and stuff like that. So I joined tons of these groups. Then I was going there telling guys, yo, sub my channel, I'll sub to you. Man, how long do you have to do that to get 1,000 subscribers? Like, it takes time and a lot of effort. And then I found out that most people who just subscribe to your channel because you subscribe to theirs, they won't watch any of your content because they just wanted you, they just wanted the favor that you're giving them, you know. They wanted you to subscribe to their channel, and that's why they subscribe to your channel. And if they don't watch your content, then that's a bad thing, because YouTube realizes that your content is not like appealing to people and it's not going to be pushed to other audiences and stuff like that. So if you guys are in any of those channels, sub for sub stuff, just forget about it. Leave them as soon as today and you'll thank me later, like seriously. Plus, it's just like against the YouTube guidelines. YouTube says you're not supposed to do that. So that's one of the things that I learned. Second mistake that I learned, man, don't get fake views. Like, don't get fake views to your channel. You know, I've been a member of Black Hat World, and over there you'll find tons of services. They're called social media panels and stuff like that. So guys will tell you like, yo, we have a set of computers that are going to sub to your channel and they're going to view your channel and you're going to get monetized and stuff like that. Man, just know you're not smarter than the engineers at YouTube. So if you're going to use any of those funny services, you know, they're called SMM panels. You can find some of them in the comments. Like, if you watch people's YouTube channels, you're going to find guys are like, promote your YouTube channel using you join this thing, or I don't know, sign up at this thing and you'll promote your YouTube channel. Those SMM panels, yes, they work, but the problem is that YouTube is so smart, they're going to figure out that you're using bots to view your content. And after that, like, I mean, let's say you've gotten like 1,000 subs. You've gotten 1,000 subs, then you've gotten like 4,000 watch hours, then you're monetized. So what next? Like, what happens after that? Because if no one is watching your content, that means you're not going to be making any money. So there's no need for you to buy such services just to get monetized. And then after getting monetized, your views were like very high because you bought like 1,000 views. Then all of a sudden, after you're monetized, your views go back to 32 or 1. So it doesn't really make sense for me. So save your money. In fact, if you have any money to pay for those SMM panels, instead of paying for that, I'd rather you go do some advertisement on, let's say, something like Facebook, or I don't know, on Instagram. You give an influencer some money, they give you a shout out, real people come and subscribe to your channel. So forget about the fake views, stay away from that. That's the second common mistake that I've been making, and of course now I've stopped because it's been a couple of months since my YouTube channel was demonetized. So I'm no longer making that mistake. But if you're new on YouTube or you're creating your first channel, avoid that. We'll take a coffee break now since I'm feeling a little bit grumpy. Yeah, I know it's not a real coffee mug, but man, the coffee is real. Coffee is real. Third thing that I've learned is, man, don't use copyrighted content. You know, yes, I started with YouTube like about a year ago. But before that, like I think 2-3 years ago, I really wanted to make a channel. Yes, of course, like I got into the grind last year, but about 2-3 years ago I was thinking of getting into YouTube. So I looked around YouTube, saw all these nice channels. If you go on YouTube, we're going to find channels like guys are making compilations, things like best goals of the season, fastest athletes of all time, top 10 top strikers and stuff like that. So I was like, this thing is easy. Let me just go get a bunch of videos about Ronaldinho and I don't know who else, compile them, then I just make a top 10 video about these guys. Well, I went and I really made a channel. Let me just go to the back end and see the channel. Where is the channel? Yeah, for real. That's why I'm telling you, man, I did this thing. And what I didn't know is that, getting content from other people and using it as your own, that is really illegal. And at the back of my mind, I was like, as long as I'm not getting the whole content, I'm not presenting the whole content, I'll just get a bunch of content, compile them, stick them together, and YouTube is not going to know that I've stolen content from someone. Well, just know that is not going to work, because every time I was putting up content, I was uploading content, then at the back end of the studio I was getting a message like, yo, but minute 2 to minute 3 is copyrighted. Then I go chop off that part, remove it, then I get another message, yo, but minute 4 to minute 5 is copyrighted. I went on chopping off parts of the videos until the video, it was like a 10-minute video, it ended up being like something like 2 minutes or something like that. So if you guys are thinking of making any channels like, the football niche or sports niche or celebrities or just any content that you don't have rights to, think twice about it. Yes, of course, you might go on YouTube and you're going to see all these channels doing basketball compilations and stuff like that, and then you're going to see ads on them. Then you'll be like, these guys have been monetized, so they must be making money off these videos. Well, the truth is, like the way YouTube works, they can still show ads on your videos, but the money goes to the original copyright holder. So that means I can upload a bunch of copyrighted videos on my YouTube channel. Ads will show on the channel, but then I'm not going to get the money. The person who's going to get the money is the original person who uploaded the content. And it doesn't make sense. If you're trying to build a business, of course, you want to make money for yourself. You don't want to make money for someone else. I was talking about the channel. Let me just go to the channel. Let me see if I can find it. I have a bunch of... found it. If you guys are interested, by the channel is called Bubble. It's called what? It's called Bubble Football. Yeah, there is the channel. Is this the channel really? Where is it, man? Bubble Football. Oh yeah, so there is the channel. You can see, it's just a year. Okay, 2 years ago, you can see my very first video, why Manchester United signed Donny van de Beek. Man, 2 years ago, 11 views. Perhaps you guys, if you go there, you can go there and increase the views. Okay, then look, this is the kind of video I was talking about. Messi goals and assists, 2019 to 2020 season. Like, I got this compilation from different sources, then I uploaded them. Of course, YouTube came and told me like, yo man, these videos are not yours, someone has claimed the copyright for them, you're not going to earn money on them, stuff like that. And it's even bad when you upload some videos, some copyright owners are going to issue strikes on your channel, and when you have 3 strikes, then your channel is going to be taken off. So you definitely want to avoid copyrighted videos, because it's just wasting time, plus you're not adding value. Let's just say that. Okay, so there is the channel. If you guys want to subscribe to it, you can do that. You can see I have 10 subscribers, but I'm not really actively building it. Perhaps in future I will build it, but for now I'm concentrating on other channels. So forget about copyrighted content, and when I say copyrighted content, I mean both videos and audio. Don't think you can use a musician's video or their music, their audio music for your channel, and you're going to get away with it. stick to original content, or alternatively just pay for the licensing. Like there are tons of services where you can get free music and free videos that you can use for your content. So for instance, for my channel, The Vault, all the content that we use is gotten from Envato. And on Envato you have like tons of music plus tons of stock images and photos that you can use for your channel. You guys check the link in the description. Sign up for an Envato account if you want to. If you don't want to, then try to use content that is not copyrighted. Now we're done with that. Let's go to the next mistake that I was making. Okay, so the next mistake now, this one is kind of like some bond of contention is there about this. If you go on Quora, you'll find guys are asking like, yo, is it right if I use AI voice for my videos? Yo, is it right? I've seen this channel that is using AI and they're monetized and stuff like that. Well, the bottom line is YouTube has stated clearly that mass-generated content is not allowed. Now, when I say mass-generated content, I mean content that you're not like it's not really a person that is creating it. It's like a machine that's creating it, and that is where AI falls. So yes, once in a while you're going to see like guys are going to throw up some channels and say like, yo, check this channel. This channel is using AI voice and it's monetized. Yes, it can be monetized, but are you sure that the guy is getting paid for the ads that are getting shown? Probably YouTube is just showing ads on the channel and they're making the revenue themselves, because a couple of months, I think last year or something, YouTube introduced a new rule where they said like anyone who's uploaded videos on their platform, ads are going to be shown over there and you don't have to be paid. Especially if you don't have like 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, you're not going to be paid. So YouTube can still show ads on your videos. In fact, if you're a new guy, like if you've uploaded any video on your channel, just try to watch it on a different browser. You'll probably see an ad being shown and you may be wondering why you're not getting paid. It's because, of course, you haven't reached the 1,000 subscribers and you haven't reached the 4,000 watch hours. So YouTube can do with your content anything they want. So just because you see a channel is using AI voice or maybe using some copyrighted videos and then you're seeing ads on them, it doesn't mean that the person who's owning the channel is getting paid. Ads can be shown, but the money may not be going to them. So let's not waste time on that. Let's do things that are going to give us money. There's no need for us to have like 1,000 videos on our channel and we're making like 0.000 cents. It doesn't make sense. We are here to make money, improve our lives, impact the society, and stuff like that. Of course, and buy nice things. Yeah, I love nice things, by the way. Of course, I could buy a new mug with some money. So you guys make sure you subscribe to the channel. Give it a thumbs up if you're finding some value over here. There's no like button, but share it. Share. Okay, let's go to the fourth most important point. Let's see. What's the fourth most important point? Let me just consult my notebook. Where is that? Where is that, man? Family friendly stuff. No, I come from a blogging background. I'm more into neat sites and stuff like that. The first way I made money online was through AdSense. That's when I set up a blog, put on Google AdSense, and then I got some cents from them. And YouTube is just a part of AdSense. It's just like a video, the video side of AdSense. And all the policies that apply to AdSense also apply to YouTube. And this brings us to the next point, which means you should create content that is advertiser friendly and family friendly. I know all of you guys are nice people. I know none of you is trying to push any funny agenda. So I know none of you is going to be pushing things like, encouraging people to take drugs, or maybe encouraging suicide stuff, or maybe racism stuff, adult stuff. I know you guys are nice guys, or I believe you're nice guys. And if you're not a nice guy, man, look deeply into yourself. Become a nice guy. The world is much better when everyone is nicer. So when you're creating content, make sure your content is really family friendly. That means no nudity. That means not talking about guns or encouraging suicide or encouraging drugs and alcohol use. and all those bad stuff that YouTube doesn't want. So racism stuff, no place for that on YouTube. Perhaps if you're into racism stuff, you can go to that. I think there was a social network being promoted by Trump. I don't know what it's called. Maybe you can go there. But for us nice people, peace-loving people, keep it clean and your money will come clean. So that's that. And finally, the fourth, no, we've already done the fourth point. So the fifth point is I think we've done 5 things. Sub for sub, fake views, content. We've talked about fake views. We talked about copyrighted content, mass generated content, that means AI, bad stuff, racism stuff, and then sub for sub. Yeah, so we are done. So those are the 5 most common things, most common mistakes that I was making while building my YouTube channels. And I hope you guys, if you're trying to start a YouTube channel, I hope you are not going to make those mistakes. And if you've been making those mistakes and you're not yet monetized, just make sure you start pivoting, like change your video content creation approach, start making the nice stuff. And if you want to know more about all these policies, I've just left a link in the description. That's the link to the official Google YouTube guidelines. Take your time. It will probably save you like tons of frustration. There's no need for you to build a YouTube channel for a couple of months, putting in a ton of hard work. Then when you apply for monetization, they tell you like the content is not nice for our platform, or maybe they tell you like we detected some spammy activities or deceptive stuff and stuff like that. So guys, avoid those 5 stuff, and if you found value in this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. So in the last time I said we had like 324 subscribers. So I've seen now we are in 460 or something. So guys, if you haven't done so, subscribe to the channel. Let's reach like 500 subscribers, and of course I'll keep pushing more content for you, of course, and to build the channel. Plus I need to pay bills because the kids need to go to college. So yeah, so I need the money, guys. Okay, so until next time, cheers. Oh, coffee. Seems I'm not grumpy after all.